Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here. Welcome back to some Banished, and welcome to another town that I've started making. And honestly, this is my favorite town so far. It's all about symmetry, and so I said during the last episode of Banished, where I had like huge one-way streets with huge stretches of housing surrounded by farms, that there was a real big problem with that. Is that sometimes people lived so far away from the facilities and their job that they would actually go hungry or become cold and stuff like that. And so my possible solution for that, and I'm trying this out here, is to make smaller compact self-sustaining units as part of your city. And I was really lucky with this seed, because it was the perfect opportunity. This was the start right here with the storage barn. And so obviously we have 6 houses underneath here, 2 quick crop fields for some food, and then under that we have forester's lodge, hunting cabin, herbalist, and gatherer's hut. That was basically the very beginning of this town. But I have enough free space that I can actually start to mirror that first little self-sustaining setup. So I did the same down here, and after that I could expand to the left, and here again you can see here a storage barn, stockpile, schoolhouse this time. Next to that I can always put new specific buildings, like the blacksmith and the woodcutter is where I started. Again, 2 small farms. And then over here you can see this forester's lodge. Over here we have forester's lodge, and over here a final one. And so it's a nice big stretch of forest in between them that is gathering wood. The wood cutters, they can very quickly put all of that in a stockpile. And the storage barns very close to the 2 farms. And then we have some housing units right there, which normally can just get whatever they need very quickly. From the storage barns or from the stockpiles. So yeah, I love the way this is looking right here. As you can see, very symmetrical. And I just need one more house over here, I think, just to make it a little bit close to finish of the central hub. And this is working out quite well. It survived the initial death of the first 10 adults very quickly. I was also extremely lucky, as you'll see right here in early spring. My starting crops were potato and wheat, and that's obviously the best start you can have, because you can get your tavern going right away thanks to the wheat. And the one small problem is that 2 farms is just too little. So these 6 houses with the 2 farms, and then this setup for food, that was okay. But expanding that with another 6 houses underneath that and only 2 more farms is not enough food. So here and there I'm adding a couple of extra stretches of farms just to increase my food supply, because that's not going up as quickly as I would like to see. But yeah, there's plenty of room for me to expand as well over here. Here I think I can definitely come close to putting another 2 of these, maybe, 1, 2, 3, 4, if you count like that. You could probably put down a nice little square down here as well. This place right there is going to be perfect for an iron mine. Let me see if I can show that off. See, right there. And that's also going to come in the plants as I expand things. But I would like some different crops and stuff, so I'm stockpiling some logs and some food, so I can do some active trading. And now I also need to find a plan then for some of the other parts of the map. But this was absolutely the perfect start. A very nice flat area where I could do this experiment with basically 6 houses, 2 farms, and then everything they need to quickly get to the food. Add to that a nice big stretch of wood production. I now have 3 woodcutters here as well, in like a V shape, just to help make sure that I have plenty of that, because that is pretty damn important. And I just love how this is looking. It's definitely a minimal amount of roads. I think very clear stretches that are in a clear pattern, if I find enough stone, I definitely plan to like make some of the main avenues, like those vertical ones here, into full stone stretches. You know, I think that's definitely going to help as well, and it's very much possible with this setup. So I really do like this. That's been working out quite nicely. And here we go, spring. The wheat is absolutely awesome, gets very high yields very often, and then the potatoes come out later in the year, which means that there's actually a decent amount of food production going on the entire time. But I think I just added like 3 new farms, 2 maybe only these 2 for this year's food production. So I have to take a look at what the count is going to be. If it's too low, I'll have to again add maybe like 3 more fields here in between this woodcutter and this storage barn. Over here I get room probably for a bit bigger building, and over here as well. So I'll probably be looking at maybe my first town hall. Haven't done that yet. Maybe a church. Can I put that? No, unfortunately that's not going to work over there, but I could do it maybe like that or something. I mean, there's plenty of options thanks to the locations of the storage barns and then the stockpiles comparatively to the housing. You can add like the tailor and all those extra jobs that you really don't need that many buildings of right next to them. Perfect, I think. This is my best looking town, also my favorite town. And it's already at a nice 60 people, 5 laborers and 30 children. So to me this looks pretty balanced. I can keep making houses here again. I have room for another 6, or I can expand maybe downward here. I can probably make something nice out of that. Yeah, we'll need a plan for this lower part because of these 2 mountains here. But up here I can definitely add another nice little setup, I think. And this is definitely the realization of my plan to counter the problem of people living too far from their job and getting cold or hungry just because of how much travel time they have to do. And yeah, these are these individual housing units with their own ability basically to produce the food very close and bring them to a storage barn, bring that back to your houses, and all of that stuff. So working out great. I think I'll also add a storage barn right there. Let's go, because yeah, storage capability is very important. And so for these 3 farms, you know, they can maybe produce a little bit of extra food, bring that in there. But that's looking quite nice, and honestly this is definitely, I think, an awesome looking little town here in Banished with a lot of potential. So I think this one is going to be one where I'm going to do some experimentation with, keep the save file at this point or maybe a little bit earlier in reserve, so that I can always come back and revisit this, because this is, to me, this is like a dream start and a dream seed as well, with the perfect crops, the perfect location. Look at that over here. This island looks pretty damn nice as well. Something I can do there too, providing me with a very strong foundation, with good population that's going to be healthy and working out quite well. So yeah, there you go, guys. I did want to share this nice little town with you guys. Absolutely love it. I'm getting a lot of hours out of Banished. I'm enjoying the game very much. There's so many different approaches that you can take. You know, you can really go for a lot of food and a lot of farms, depending on the seed and depending on everything that you manage to gather. Or you can go something like this with more of individually self-sustaining small quarters. Or yeah, you can do pretty much whatever you want. One of my viewers actually has a city on a large map with 1,600 people in there. So yeah, really congrats to that. That's an amazing result. I'm not at that point yet. I'm still experimenting with the medium maps, just trying to get stuff going. But I feel that there's definitely potential in this setup that I've gone with here, and so yeah, definitely gonna keep working on that, trying to improve everything and try to expand my city. Anyways, that's it for this quick episode of Banished, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time.